Okay. Here we have an old motherboard from a HP computer. My neighbor built himself a new computer a while ago, and he gave me all his old HP components. Now, the whole idea of this video is not so much to show that you could rebuild an old HP computer, which I'm sure you could if you really wanted to, but the graphics card is an AGP slot. The CPU is it's an AMD socket 754. I'm not really sure if you can really see it here, but what I'm going to try and do here is basically it's proof of concept. Recently, in the past couple of weeks, I've made good friends with Lazy Man, who has a very nice set of videos on his YouTube channel for building and modding and so forth and so on. But he had brought this up, and this is something that I've been thinking about for many years now. If there was any way, because everybody that builds computers, okay, let me back up. Everybody that builds computers, they all want to do good wiring. They want to hide everything as best as possible to make their rigs look really, really clean. And some of the biggest problems with hiding wires is actually this is not a 24 pin, this is a 20 pin connector, and then there's another 4-pin connector here. So and then you got all your other connections. These are obviously, this is all your connections for your hard drives, floppy drives, CD-ROM drives. It does, however, have 2 SATA connections. Then you got all your your front panel connections, a FireWire, front USB, audio, so forth. And the biggest thing is hiding all these wires that connect to all these headers. So, but the biggest one is your main 20 or 24 pin motherboard from your power supply. And what has been mentioned by Lazy Man, and as I have been thinking about trying to figure out how to do for quite a while, is take this pin and put it in the back. So that's what this is. This is basically a proof of concept. Can it be done, and will it work? Now, the whole point is not so much to do that and then build a computer, but to do that and see if I can get this thing to power up without seeing a puff of smoke and no flames. I do have a usable AMD CPU. Not sure what the speed is on this, but he gave me the graphics card. It's an HP part number, so I'm guessing by the color that it might be AMD. I'm not sure. But it does have an MS8917 version 210 stamped on a PCB. So I'm not sure what kind of graphics card this is, but it is AGP. It came with 1 stick of memory. He gave me his modem, not that I need it. It's like he gave me everything. A Belkin Ethernet adapter. So that's basically what I'm going to be doing. Right now I'm going to clean off this CPU, and I've got some Arctic Clean 1 and 2. All right, 1 is a remover, 2 is a purifier. I know most people don't use this. A lot of people don't, but I suggest that you do, because as well as alcohol does work, it does leave a residue behind, and you want that CPU and heatsink to be as pristine as possible. So right now I'm just going to clean this off just so I can see what kind of CPU is here. Might not even be able to use it. I mean, it's, talk about old, 754. Can't even find a new motherboard for it. But I might sell it on eBay if anybody, maybe somebody might have a use for it. I sure as don't. I'm already in the process of building 2 computers already. Just waiting for some more components to come in. But I just want to see what CPU this is. Just for the sake of knowing. Who knows, maybe I could use it someday. But it's got a citrusy smell to it. And it does work good. It works very well. Let's see, whoever had put this on, boy, I tell you, they put a lot of grease on here. It's everywhere. Even on the sides. Alright, let's see here. What do we have here? It's an Athlon 64. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it. It's not stamped in, it's more like a, well, like an etching. I gotta watch my time. YouTube says 10 minutes or less. Athlon 64, ADA 34. It's hard to make out the rest of the numbers. But it is an Athlon 64. I'll clean it up a little bit more at another time. But at least I know what kind of CPU this is, and like I said, I doubt that I have any need for it. Back from 2001. That tells you how old it is. Let's see here. Gotta watch the light here. Well, you might be able to see it there. But anyway, the whole object of this is to see if I can take this main power connector off and resolder it on the back side of the motherboard. Now, whether that's going to work or not is going to be the question, because obviously all these pins are already soldered in their proper position, and when you plug in your power supply, you know, each one is specifically meant to do, you know, send power to wherever it needs to be distributed throughout the motherboard. So the problem is going to be reversing everything. And by having this on a bottom, this pin will no longer be in this position. It'll be in the back position. So that means everything has to get reversed. And which would also mean taking the main connector off the power supply and reversing all the wires. Is it going to work? Time will tell. Time will tell. But I'm definitely going to try it. I mean, it's not like this motherboard has any use anymore. I mean, who uses AGP nowadays other than maybe setting up a game server, you know, a low-level game server? But so that's it for now. If I can figure everything out, I'll be doing another video.